Please help me welcome to the stage the magnificent Laura Brandao. All right, guys. I have to finish that story, okay, before we get started with this. Because when Christine and I first met, we looked at each other and we referred to each other as, wait a minute, another unicorn. Where have you been all my life? And in that moment, Christine and I said, well, maybe we weren't supposed to meet until this moment in time. And I truly believe that that is what our life is. It's those moments like this. So the first thing we have to do, because I cannot do anything without first recognizing Christine and her incredible team. So please, everyone recognize them. Okay, that is first and foremost. Now, what I want to speak about tonight is about living in the moment. And the first question I have for you is, come on, guys, give me some words. How are we feeling right now? Amazing, great, pumped up, right? We are feeling awesome. Well, here's my question. Confident, I love that. That was awesome too. So why don't we feel this way all the time? What holds us back? And how about if I can tell you that there is a way that you can actually feel this all the time? There's actually 4 things that make us feel this incredible. And some of you, you watch me on social media or you've seen me before and you say, how is that woman always so happy? This is part of the secret. So listen up because I'm going to share with all of you. Okay, so let me take you back. Let's take you back to vacations, right? How did it feel when you were getting ready for a vacation? The anticipation. You were going shopping, you were planning, you were thinking to yourself, what's going to happen on this vacation? Or you have little kids. Little kids are planning Disney. They're thinking, oh, I'm going to get to take a picture with Tinkerbell, or I'm going to get to have my favorite treat. I get to stay up late or go to the pool. That anticipation. Perhaps it's also that excitement of what's happening next. This picture, and I'm actually, for those of you out there, I never share anything of my personal life. That is something that, again, going back to Women with Vision, I came up in the mortgage industry during a time you certainly didn't wear this. That is for sure. And there's actually a picture in here of what I used to wear. But I didn't talk about my children. I didn't share that I was a mom. I looked at that as a form of weakness. Because the guys, they could jump on an airplane anytime. They could go to every conference. They could stay out late. I couldn't do those things. I had to be home for homework. I had to make sure I could get to that extracurricular activity. And so I didn't speak about my family. This picture is me and my husband going to Hawaii for our 30th anniversary in February of 2020, right before COVID. So now I want to share a piece of myself because that's part of our peak moments. Now, the thing about these peak moments is whether it's good or bad, boy, are you going to remember it. Because you will remember how many of us say, I remember the last conference I went to right before everything was shut down. I remember who I talked to. I remember who the speakers were. I remember getting on that airplane and it was kind of empty. I remember that feeling. You know what I remember about that trip to Hawaii? I remember I got off a plane in Hawaii and everyone was wearing a mask. I immediately felt uncertain. It actually ruined the entire vacation because I was concerned of what kind of world am I about to live in. But we have choices to make of how are we going to use these moments. What if we could learn how to create these peak moments? Guys, look at tonight. When you walked around that corner and you saw a red carpet, and we saw all these beautiful ladies dressed up to the nines, congratulations to Christine and the 2020 team. I've never seen anything like this in the mortgage industry in my life. And all of you will remember this moment. All of you will remember how you felt, what it looked like. I mean, you're watching women taking these pictures. I can't even imagine the FOMO that's going to happen when all this hits social media. Just saying. All right? Now, here's a picture, again, of something in my life. This picture is my youngest son's college graduation. That's my mom standing at the podium, okay? Because when you get to 75 years old, you're not wasting time sitting around worrying about someone telling you you can't get up on that stage and take a picture. That's my grandson. And I'm getting up there and I'm taking that picture. So once again, what? Yeah, right, exactly. Exactly. Why are we afraid to do that? When I walked in this room before and I saw all the ladies up here taking those pictures, good for them. What in the heck are we afraid of to actually live in the moment and actually embrace what we are doing? What is stopping us? So I'm curious, what's stopping us? Fear. Fear of what? Fear of who, JT?
False fear, anxiety.
Yeah, but because you're afraid someone will say, well, who the heck is JT up there to take that picture, right? You know what, JT? Who cares? Who cares? Because you know what? As long as you have that good feeling, and I'll tell you something else, I'll tell all of you. That picture with my mom standing up there, you know how many other grandparents probably wish they had that picture? I framed that picture and put it in my house, and every time I look at it, I laugh my behind off because I say, that is the woman that created this. And good for her. And that's how every single one of us needs to feel every single day. So what are we going to learn? We're going to accomplish two things. One, what makes a particular experience memorable and meaningful? And two, how can we create these defining moments by using these elements? Okay, so one of the things that were automatic. All right, yeah, look, I had dark hair, and it was short. I'm sharing that. So how do we create these moments? Automatic peaks and transitions. So the minute you are starting something for the first time, starting a new job, you're starting college, your kid is graduating, that's an automatic peak moment. No matter what, you will be able to describe what the weather was like, how you felt, what you're getting out of it. You will be able to know every detail in that moment, automatically, right? Okay. Or, how about the start of a business? How about that? Every time that we accomplish those goals, I'll tell you right now, I can remember the first loan I closed. I can remember the biggest mistake I ever made in the mortgage industry. That one sticks out real clear in my brain, too. Those memories don't just have to be for these monumental moments. You can do this every single day by actually living in the moment and making the most of it. Don't be afraid to get up here and take that picture. I want to see all of you taking those pictures and be loud and proud about it because you deserve to have that moment. So, oh, here's me in my business suit. All right. Me and Christine have, yes. All right, guys, here we go. So me and Christine have this running joke that when we came into the mortgage industry, we had to wear shoulder pads, and we had to wear business suits. And the reason why, again, we had to tone ourselves down. Do you think you guys see me now on stages and social media and everything like that? I was a ghost before 2018. No one knew my name except for the people that worked with me in a company. In 2018, I realized, wow, I actually do have something to say. And someone wants to keep hearing about this. And I realized, with the glory of partnering with Christine, and the two of us, look at that, guys. Look at that. 2018, I am asked to speak for the very first time. 2018, JT sponsors an event, or a program, and me and Christine meet. If you don't take advantage of those moments, you might miss when things are supposed to come together. Don't hide from those moments, because life is trying to bring these things together. But sometimes we're afraid. Sometimes we don't want to put ourselves out there. So going back to my picture here. Elevation is the first way to create a peak moment, okay? What is elevation? Elevation is walking down a red carpet. Elevation is a birthday. Happy birthday, Karina. Happy anniversary to Suha and Leora. It's also anniversaries. You know what else is a peak moment? You guys will remember that shout out and everyone here clapping for you. That's elevation. That is the feeling of us coming together celebrating something. And the reason why I use this picture is the second anniversary of AFR. Oh my God, I just realized, I was going to say I didn't actually introduce myself, but just so everybody knows, I am a partner and the president of AFR, and I'm the chair of Women with Vision. So this picture, yes, we'll get to that. So this particular picture was taken on the second anniversary of AFR in 2009. My husband sent me flowers, and my assistant said, Laura, let me take a picture. I want to send your husband a picture of you. In front of me is that picture of the first year of AFR. Why? Because that's elevation. Every day I stared at that picture as a reminder of, if you go back, does it go back? Okay, a reminder that this is how I started. This picture was taken in 2008, and the reason why we took the picture is because we were trying to get our Ginny Mae approval. And they were coming to do an inspection of our office. That was why we were there. And I said, you know what, guys? Dress yourselves up a little bit, and we're going to go outside, and we're going to take this picture. And this was July of 2008, and that was the entire company at that time. And so that is elevation. It's those celebrations. And then you have insight. Insight is that aha moment. Like I said, in 2018, I had been in the industry almost, 18 years. No one had ever asked me to be part of anything. I was just building a company. And then one person saw something. I was speaking to someone in the back earlier, and they were telling me about a young lady that he hired and how amazing she's doing. And I said, over this last year especially, I'm on a mission, and Christine is part of this too. Christine has given me the honor of having a column in Women with Vision magazine. And when she asked me to be part of this, I said, I want nothing to be about me. I only want to spotlight other women, because there's so many amazing women in our industry and no one knows. And we have to spotlight them. And yes, we do. We have to spotlight those amazing women. And we have to share their stories. And I'm gonna spotlight one right now that's coming in a couple of months. I interviewed Tashara Turpin. And she's one of our board of directors for Women with Vision. And I do a Zoom call, and then we turn it into an article. And I was on the airplane coming here, and I'm reading this article. And this woman is just inspiring me to the point that I couldn't even control myself. I had to say something to the person sitting next to me on the airplane. I was going crazy, just writing and writing and writing. And he's like, my goodness, what are you writing? I said, this amazing woman. I said, I have learned so much from her. This is someone that is not only grateful for the day, she's grateful for everything. If she gets a green light, she says, thank you. Thank you for the green light. That's what she says. This is a person that uses insight and aha moments to be thankful and grateful for the life that she has, and something that we all need to learn from. And then there's pride. So we've learned elevation, red carpets, birthdays, anniversaries. Insights are those aha moments where light bulb went off, and I learned from it. And then there's pride. Pride is tonight. Tonight, when we celebrate all these amazing women, we're going to feel good. When we see our children graduate, when we watch them play sports or we watch them on a stage, do you know that feeling? Do you know that feeling when you're overwhelmed and you're like, that's my child, that's my wife, that's my husband? Guys, I'm encouraging you. When you come up here, you get that award, don't take it for granted. Feel that moment and enjoy that moment. And I have to go back because I skipped something in the beginning. The reason why I picked this topic is a very important part. The reason why I picked this is because we were on a Women with Vision Board of Directors meeting. And, 2 months ago, I think. And I said, Christine, please tell us, how can we help you with the event? We're here for you. You let us know what we can do. And Christine, in her glorious way, she said, no. I want all you women to enjoy every moment and take it all in because you deserve it. Once again, putting others first, and once again, making it all about everyone else. And that is the reason why this is so amazing. And this is the reason why 2020 Vision is always going to excel. And Women with Vision, that is the future, because she's always putting herself there. And at that moment, that was my aha moment, I said, I know exactly what I'm going to speak about. It's actually about us enjoying this moment. So now we got pride. Next is connection. We love connection. Look at this picture. This picture was taken on International Women's Day in March. You'll notice all the ladies wearing a certain necklace. We received this necklace for being on the board of Women with Vision. Yeah. It is our circle of trust necklace. It represents connection of all of the women. And as we came together and we celebrated being one, I think we all learned in 2020 how much we need connection. And now we have the joy of all of us being together and enjoying this time together. Now, I will tell you, I'm going to give you a quick way of how we can immediately have this connection. I'm going to go back, guys, sorry. Okay. One of the ways that you can have an immediate uplifting event is providing a letter to someone that made an impact on your life that they may not know. I'm going to share 2 times that I did this in my life. My first one was my first woman mentor. I was 21 years old, and I got my start, just so I don't know if everyone knows my story, but I started as a young mom telemarketing for mortgages, on the phone in a call center. That was how I got my start in the mortgage business. And there was this amazing, beautiful 40-year-old woman that I just looked up to. She was all put together, and she has so much confidence, and she had a Jeep for the winter and a Mercedes convertible for the summer. And I was just like, man, I'm going to figure out how to do that. And so I sat down when I became the partner at AFR, and I wrote Catherine this letter. And I said, you may not know how much you impacted my life, but you did. That woman called me and said, I had no idea, Laura. And I said, well, how many people have changed our lives that we never tell, that we never share? And the second time, my youngest son had epilepsy when he was a little kid. He's outgrown it, thank God, but because of that, he was diagnosed with 2 learning disabilities. And I remember going to his freshman orientation class in high school. And the teachers told us, oh, these kids don't go to college. You just got to get them through high school, and then whatever happens, happens. And I know I wasn't okay with that. And luckily, there was a teacher that made a point of telling those kids every day, you can be anything that you put your mind to. She would bring in kids that graduated college, and she would show them that you can do it as long as you work towards it and you study. And yes, it might be harder for you, but you can do it. And now, guys, do you see why my mom was at the podium of that college graduation when my son graduated in 4 years with a computer science degree? That's why you take the time to thank people like that. Because when I wrote that letter to his teacher, she did that for all the kids. She's done that for the last 15 years. Not one person ever told her the impact that she had on those kids. I'll tell you, I know it changed my son's life forever. And I know how thankful I am. So how is one easy way of building connection? Learn from that. Tell those people thank you. And I'm going to tell you the best part. You think you're giving elevation to the other person? Do you know how good I felt when I got that call? I was like, man, I'm pretty awesome that I shared that information. That was great. So it actually works on your side just as much as their side. So I want to share one use case about peak moments. There's a hotel out in California. I don't know if you guys know this hotel. It's called the Magic Castle Hotel. And the Magic Castle Hotel is this little rinky place. You see the little picture in there, right? They're rated the #2 hotel in LA County. Do you want to know why? Because they know how to create peak moments. They have this magic red phone over by the pool. And a kid can pick up the phone at any time, and they can order a popsicle or Cracker Jack box, or they can order a cream soda, as many as they want. And then a person comes out with an English platter and serves it to the child. This is just a 1950s motel, and it's rated the #2 hotel in all of LA County, right? So all you have to do is think about how to create these peak moments, and they will be memorable. Because these children They felt heard and seen. They felt like a big shot. I pick up the magic red phone. Not even a cell phone. It's an old style phone. Wait, what is that? So they pick up the phone and actually order it. That is a peak moment. So, yeah, see? Look, all right, sorry. We've got a guest that would like to go to the Magic Castle Hotel. So, how do we create with insight? Here's one way with your teams. I mean, we all know, guys, when we want someone to engage and learn something, all you have to do is give them the challenge. Don't tell them what the outcome is. Don't tell them how to do it. Allow people to come together, embrace the solution, and most of all, let them share it. Don't share it for them. Allow them to do that. And then, this is my most favorite part about getting out of a comfort zone. Guys, in 2018, when someone saw something special in me, I decided, you know what? I think I was asleep for all those years. I built a business. I did. I was successful. I became a partner. I became the only woman partner. I became the first woman president. It was great. It was wonderful. But there was more. There was so much more. And you guys will see tomorrow when I'm on the author thing. I wrote a book called Say Yes Every Day. Yeah. Now, once again, let me tell you where that started. Christine, one day, texted me in the middle of COVID, and she's like, hey, Elizabeth Karkowski has an idea. She's thinking, let's get some powerful women within the mortgage industry, and let's have them write a chapter in a book. We can call it Win or Learn. I'm in, Christine. Sign me up. I'm ready to do it. She was the person that again saw something, and she gave me an opportunity to share my story of Say Yes Every Day. And if it wasn't for her giving me that, I never would have written a book. And I tell all of you, write a book. Every single one of you have a story inside of you. Every single one of you have something that others need to hear and need to learn from. It is not a big deal anymore. You can self-publish on Kindle. You don't need Random House to call you. None of that has to happen anymore. Write a book. Share your story. Leave a legacy, because every single one of you has something important to say. It's extremely important. Now, the other part about connection. Connection is where we actually share our mission. We actually share our why, and we share it with others. Wouldn't it be a glorious world if when I see each person, I see a badge that says encourager, coach, teacher, helping veterans, bringing families home, making a difference in this world? And I'll tell you, that connection, just like this, if it's a group of people that share the same purpose, it's a double peak moment. So that's why you're going to feel so great today. And of course, guys, we all know things are going to go out of whack. 2020 was a crazy, crazy time. But you're learning from those experiences. You're growing. Look at how you all came together to double down on your businesses, to serve all those families and make a difference in 2020. You did it. And you only have that to be able to take into the future. So, I'm going to leave you with the challenge of similar to what Megan challenged you. I'm challenging all of you to live your life in peak moments through elevation, insight, pride, and connection. Because I promise you that 10 years from now, you're probably not going to remember how you got to Tampa, but I promise you, you'll remember this event. All right. All right.